Yo, 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 what's up everyone? ToMix here with another new episode of my face while listening to your promos. As always, gonna listen to your promos, gonna grade you using my face expressions. Let's go. Okay, so up first we got Moving by Aldo Bryant. Okay, that was Moving by Aldo Bryant. Bro, I fucking love it. I dig it. It's a really, really cool tune. I love the sound design and I love the groove. I think it's a really good job. Great track. Moving on. Okay, up next we got Get Down by MVRP. Yeah, let's go. Okay, that was Get Down by MVRP. Really, really cool tune. Really cool vibe. I really enjoyed it, but I can't ignore some things that bothered me. First of all, I feel like all the stuff that's going on with the low frequencies, stuff like the kick and the bass in the drop, I feel like they're unbalanced. My feeling is that you gotta compress the kick to make it less fat, to make it a little thinner by using compression, and reduce some leftovers, let's call it like that for now. Also, maybe a harder sidechain on the bass, which obviously triggers to the kick, and the main sound, the main dun 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 dun. I feel it's pretty basic. You can add stuff to it. You can maybe duplicate it and make like a layer, and then add some chords or distortion and paint it with an EQ and stuff like that. I feel like it can be fatter and it can be more interesting. But overall, really cool tune. But that's my 3 main notes that I think will make this track a lot better. Moving on. Okay, up next is Sip and Trip by Chris Nanite, which sent me tracks before and is really cool. So let's go.
I'm not taking
So that was Sip and Trip by Chris Nanite. Bro, I freaking loved it. Super cool vibe. The build-ups, I really love the build-ups. I mean, you're not seeing that often a long build-up in the bass house scene. So that was pretty cool. Also, the changes in the second drop were super dope. So yeah, two things that I think that will make it even better. The first one is that I feel like you can play with the color of the vocal. I felt that the vocal is maybe a little bit too warm for that mix. What I would do is to open an EQ on the vocal channel and try to take a bell and reduce something in the low frequencies section / low mid, and raise that volume back up to the right, something in the mid frequencies or maybe in the high mid frequencies. I think that will make it a great, I think that will make it more like belong to the rest of the tune, because right now it's like a little bit unbalanced because it's too warm for the rest of the elements in the track. So maybe if you do that, it will sound, I'm pretty convinced that it will sound better with the rest of the elements in your tune. The second thing is that I feel like you can add a top hat on your hats at the moment in the track, because I feel like they're not standing out too much. I mean, I love the fact that they are not rushing to pop out. I mean, you got a big section without them before, and that's pretty cool. But when they do show up, I think that maybe you can try to compress them a little bit, make the click a little bit more present, / or maybe with adding a top hat that is also a little bit brighter and maybe a little bit more dominant. Not too much, but a little bit. I think it will make a really good difference. So that's it. Let's move on. Okay, up next we got Goodbye by Landomain. Let's go. Okay, that was Goodbye by Lane Domain. I loved it. I love it. Happy vibes. Yeah, pretty solid tune. I mean, I don't have much notes to give with sound design. Also, I felt like the production was really solid and really cool. And I love the energy a lot. I mean, I loved it. I love this tune. The only thing that I can maybe say is maybe you want to try to add, you got the hats in most of the drops that goes like, so maybe you want to duplicate that, make this layer a little bit much lower in volume and to make it more stereo. But besides that, I really, really love this tune. Super cool. Super cool vibe. Good luck with it. Let's go. Okay, up next we got Sparkle by Chippy. Let's go, Chippy. Okay, that was Sparkle by Chippy. I really, really loved it, Chippy. I love the vibe. I love the happy energy. Super cool. Couple of things that I think maybe will make it better. First, maybe you want to pump up the kick a little bit. I mean, the kick, I love the balance between the drums, but I feel like the kick is a little bit thinner than the hats or the claps and stuff like that. So I think maybe try to open an EQ and try to raise some low mid frequencies. I'm betting somewhere around the 100 hertz. Just try to make it this frequency area pop out a little bit more. Also, I'm betting something around 1K or maybe 2K. I mean, if that's your EQ, I think that 100 and something like 1 or 2K make these frequencies a little bit more present. I think it fit better with the rest of the drums. Second thing is that I feel that in the breakdowns, maybe you can add something. First of all, after the first drop, somewhere around 1 minute and a half, I think, when you got the first breakdown after the first drop, I feel like you can add a longer downer. Maybe try to add an effect that will something that will be longer, because I felt like maybe the change from a drop to a breakdown was a little bit too short. Try to add like a downer, a long downer or something. And also try to add some background noises, something like a texture or maybe something like that. My thought was that I'm missing something like, I don't know, maybe a texture sound from a cave, something reverb. I feel it can be cool. But I really, really love this tune. Fun vibes. Loved it. Moving on. Okay, up next we got Only One by Creus. I hope I pronounced it correctly, but I think it's Creus. Let's go. Okay, that was Only One. I really, really love it. Solid tune, cool vibe, and I really enjoyed it. Two things though that I can't ignore. The first one, the track is pretty percussive, right? So it's pretty cool. But I feel like you got those little, they're too bright. I mean, I can feel the peak just out of balance, too bright for the rest of the tune. So maybe you want to take your groove percussions and try to open a multi-band compressor and try to reduce those hits. I mean, try to take a bell on the high frequencies wherever it hits, and try to make it less bright. If it's an EQ, if it's a multiband compressor, so you can get some of the attack still up there, but very fast turning it down. That's a great option, but you gotta do it. So yeah, and the second thing is that the kick, I felt like the kick is a little bit too roundy. I mean, it doesn't have enough mid frequencies, and it got too much of the bass frequencies and the high. I mean, the EQ is like this, right? So what I'm suggesting is that you will try to open an EQ and try to raise some bells in the mid frequencies area. Yeah, I don't know, somewhere between 100 hertz and 2K hertz, something there. Maybe try to raise some, just move with your mouse and try to find some mid frequencies that will sound sick for the kick. I believe the kick needs this because it's a little bit too roundy, and you can feel it. So it will definitely make it better and more complete with the rest of the tune. Overall, super sick vibe, super sick track. Let's move on. Up next, we got Nessa with FM Tech House Banger MP4. Fuck yeah. Let's Whip 4. Sorry. Yeah, Nessa, let's go. okay, that was Nessa with another sick tune. Probably unnamed, but if you ask me, that's a pretty cool name for the tune. FM Tech House Banger Whip 4. That's like the ultimate name, right? I really, really love it. I mean, it's a cool vibe. I love it a lot. Yeah, and two things that I can maybe help with. The first thing is that I feel like I'm a big fan of this sound design for the kick, but I feel like maybe want to add a new kick, not to replace your current one because I love it, but maybe want to add a tiny top kick that will do its thing mainly in the mid, something like a really short and really tiny stomp kick or something like this. I feel like it can be like a more complete one if it will gain some mid frequencies and not the one that you can raise with an EQ for your current one. So I'm talking about a kick layer, okay? A tiny kick layer that will add some interest in the mid area of the kick. Maybe it will do super good. Yeah, and the second thing is that I feel like I felt it mostly in the intro. I felt like all the perks, the lasers and stuff, I feel like you can compress them a little bit / reduce some volume for them because they were pretty unbalanced. I mean, the tune was here and they were like here, so maybe you can just compress them or maybe just lowering them in volume a little bit. All the intro perks, I didn't felt it that much in the rest of the tune. I mostly felt it when I pressed play for the first 20 seconds. So yeah, and that's it. I really, really loved it. Super cool vibe, super cool tune. Yo, so that was the 4th episode of My Face While Listening to Your Promos. Thank you for watching, as always. Keep sending me your promos to that email. Don't forget to send it to this email right here. And I will see you in the next video.